Massachusetts school accused of shielding racist bullies. Put up the picture full mass. We are advocating with these young Black girls, attorneys for two Black children, two Black girls at a Massachusetts high school. They have now filed a federal civil rights lawsuit. With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. Claiming the students were, quote, relentlessly targeted during the 2023-24 school year by racial bullying and harassment, while officials looked the other way and never held their peers accountable. The school's front office frequently targeted the victims for punishment, including an instance where staff called the police on one of the sisters over a minor altercation. The sisters, ages 13 and 16, alleged they were repeatedly targeted with racial slurs by white students, including being called monkey, the N-word, and subjected to degrading comments like black as F, ugly, and too dark on social media. One of those sisters was told to go back to her motherland, and the complaint states that Millbury school officials painted the sisters as, quote, dangerous liars and aggressors in every disciplinary matter, thereby perpetuating a pattern of disproportionately punishing students of color, end quote. In the incident where the police were called, school officials ignored the girls', quote, nonviolent history and absence of any injuries to other students, the lawsuit claims. Additionally, the same girl allegedly faced punishment for tearing up a piece of paper with the N-word written on it, which had been given to her by a white student. The complaint also states that the school suspended both sisters on separate occasions without sufficient cause, with one of them receiving a 20-day suspension. According to the lawsuit, the younger sister was suspended 3 times during the school year, including once for 1 day when putting her hair up in a ponytail. After that was interpreted as a sign of aggression against a white student. The complaint alleges that the school did not inform the parents of white students about their discriminatory and abusive behavior. In contrast, when the Black sisters reported issues to school officials, they were questioned, they were doubted, and they were dismissed. The complaint states that during the 2022-23 school year, Black students at Millbury Memorial were nearly 4 times more likely to receive an out-of-school suspension compared to white students, with attorneys citing school-specific disciplinary data maintained by the State Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. The complaint further alleges that an assistant principal protected the white students by escorting them to the bus stop and riding the bus to ensure their safe arrival at the drop-off point, with parts of his effort aimed at monitoring Black girls. Put them up full mass. You're looking at Mr. Christopher Lowe on the left. This is the principal of Mulberry Memorial Junior and Senior High School, and the superintendent, Greg Myers, on the right. They issued a statement addressing the explosive allegations. Quote, I can say that we take such allegations very seriously and address them in accordance with our Title VI procedures, end quote. I mean, damn. That is probably, both of you all wrote that statement. That is probably the shortest, weakest, non-statement statement I've read on Indisputable. But see, the federal bench has this amazing power that allows for not only the review of records, but the official sworn testimony of you. All right, dear brother, we see what's happening here. We've seen it multiple times. We've reported on this for years here at Indisputable. They're laying on them. They're leaning in. They're trying to get them to give up and to leave, because obviously the rules and the culture are conflicting here. The rule says you can't be bullies and you can't be racist, but the culture obviously is okay with it. What say you?
I say that this happened in Massachusetts, which is a lot of times the Florida of the North. Let's get something very clear, though. When the eighth grader young student put her hair up in a ponytail, it was definitely an act of aggression. Let's not act like she wasn't about to beat that other student's A. Now, here's the thing. What led to that aggression? That's the questions we should be looking into. Let's look into the causes and not just the effects. And that's something that has not been given towards these two students who are an eighth grader and a 10th grader in this Millbury school district, which clearly has problems with their Black students having less than 5% Black students across the entire county.
Yep.
There's clearly a problem. What do I believe more, that these two girls are making all this up, or that there's a problem with racism in a state like Massachusetts, which has condoned racism in the North for so very long? If you don't believe me, just ask anyone who played for the Celtics.
There you go. And here's the reality, man. Federal cases like this can become complicated. You need to have specialized training. Attorneys aren't going to file cases like this under some frivolous belief. They have exacting evidence to file this kind of lawsuit. We will follow it as it develops.